At the 2016 CAC Men's Indoor Track and Field Championship, Christopher Newport totaled 166 points to earn its first indoor title at the Freeman Center, snapping Salisbury's 4-year reign atop the indoor meet. Salisbury, which finished in second place last year, had previously won each indoor title since the meet was added to the CAC championship lineup in 2012. A number of talented athletes will put their talents to the test on Saturday, February 18th at the Freeman Center on the CNU campus. Numerous CAC standouts have shined so far during this indoor campaign, with multiple conference and school records following, and some of the top marks in Division III coming from the CAC. This year's meet will feature 8 teams for the first time, as Southern Virginia joins the conference fray after adding track and field as a varsity sport this year. Now let's take a closer look at each team entering this weekend's championship event.
Really excited about the championships coming up. Obviously, it's the highlight of our season. The whole team's involved with it. We've got a title to defend on the men's side, which we're excited about. We know we're going to get great competition. Wesley and Penn State Harrisburg have some good speed to throw at us. Salisbury's got a really balanced team, much like ourselves. We got good field event strength from Frostburg and from Mary Washington, and now we're adding in Southern Virginia to the mix as well. So looking forward to welcoming them into the conference as well. But it's always a really exciting meet. Everybody's at their best, and having the whole conference together is really fun to watch. We've obviously had a lot of great performances in the mid distance. They're grabbing a lot of headlines this year. One of the top distance medley times in the country so far. School records in the 3,000 and 5,000, and from Sam Murch and Grayson Reed respectively. So we're really excited about how they're coming along. We also have Dominique Torres back in the jumps. He's a 4-time All-American, had to take last year off for a knee surgery. So we're slowly bringing him back in. And in his first triple jump competition, even on short approach, he put himself onto the national list pretty high. So we're excited to see him coming along. He's been an inspiration for the last 2 years for the rest of our jumpers, and it's showing. Wes Shreves is one of the top long jumpers in the country right now, and picking it up in the high jump as well. We've got a couple other guys in behind him. Our hurdlers are going strong. Ryan Scott, Jordan Roach are both in the top 10 in the nation in the 60-meter hurdles. So it's great to see them working together and training together. And in the field events, Legend Boyce and Brendan Burrows are both having really good years in their respective events, the weight and the shot put. So it's great to see that we've got a lot of balance across the team and a lot of high-level performers. And again, they're excited to put it on display on our home track for the championships, and then launch that into the nationals preparations to finish off the indoor season.
So my goals and expectations for upcoming next week for conference, just basically to see all the hard work that everyone has put in constantly every week. I know jumps wise, we've been getting stronger and stronger every week. Sprints have been getting stronger and stronger. So next week I'm ready for everyone to execute at their highest level, and I'm really excited. And me personally, I'm a competitor, so I know I'm gonna go out and perform like I know I'm supposed to. Well, as we all know, we're D3, which means we're gonna get scholarships. So obviously, what we do, we literally come here every day knowing that this is like what we love to do, regardless of not getting paid or anything. So it's just good knowing that everybody has that same common goal to just come out and just do what they love. Last season this year, I recently came back from a knee injury, which put me out a full year. So this season, we've been taking baby steps into preparing me for championship season. So it's been a rough road, but I know that trusting in a coach and a program has helped me get to the point where I know I can perform at a high level. This team this year has been the most positive team I've been around my entire 5 years now, which is good because everybody's focused. We all have that mindset that we can be the best, which is really good to know. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone execute like I know they can, and just being in that championship environment where everybody's excited to go out and really get it. It's one of the best feelings in the world.
Well, we have a relatively large men's team, and the CAC has increased its number of places that they're scoring. So kind of hoping that our depth, which has been one of the hallmarks of our team the last several years, will pay off in terms of being able to take advantage of the new scoring system that's being used this year. We also have, I think, the ability to be competitive in the relays at a level that we haven't been in the last couple of years. Well, we always compete against all the divisions of the NCAA. We see some JUCO schools at times, so probably more than any other sport here, we get some exposure that some of the other teams don't, which is very, very helpful because everybody should then be able to find somebody that is right there competing with them, and that always helps prepare yourself for future meets. As I mentioned earlier, we have some nice depth. We have we're very deep in some areas. We are able to run different combinations of relays. As I sit here right now, I can't actually even tell you who's going to be running on our relays this weekend. That's a good problem to have. It's not a problem, but it's actually a real plus. We, I think, have the ability to score in all the event areas this year, which we've not been able to say in the last several years.
Just performing our best. I think throughout the season we've been progressing pretty nicely, and if we just keep holding on to that progression and just go into the championship knowing that we can do what we've done throughout the season, then I think it's going to be probably a really good championship meet. I think just not just doubting ourselves, just not letting the nerves of the championship just take over us, just knowing that it's like another meet, but it's just a little bigger stakes. We're just going out there, getting in the blocks, the circle, or the runway, and just performing what we've been doing throughout the season. I think it's just, our schedule is just like each year, it really just gets us to that level. We always start with, sometimes with West Virginia, we have the smaller D3 schools, so we just kind of let the nerves kind of just take over us. We know what we need to work on for the next time, but then progressively we go to the Bucknells, the Susquehanna, where we get to face Division II, Division I schools. So knowing that we can compete with such a higher level of athletes makes us more calm and just ready for our championship, because as soon as we step into our championship meet, it's a plain level, it's equal, and just perform your best. I say my favorite is just the leadership. I think throughout, since I'm a senior now, and freshman to senior year, I've been given so many opportunities to be a leader. And well, I didn't start out this way. I was pretty shy and quiet, and throughout the year, the more opportunities I got, the more my coaches and my professors gave me the opportunity to be a leader. It just helped me become the person I am. And I think just that's the biggest thing, just leadership. It's always near you, and you just have to look for it and take it.
Our goal for this year is to really improve on our finish from last year's championship indoors. I think the way our team is situated, and with such a large influx of incomers, we should score better than we did last year. I think for us this year, we have a lot of strong performers who are freshmen, which has motivated the returners to do well. So we should see a good mix of returners and newcomers scoring well at the conference championship. On the men's side, we should look for strong performances in the distance events with Ben Sorensen, who is a top all-conference performer for us last year, who will be challenged by a freshman Jeffrey Gibson, who was a transfer to us from Radford University by way of Nova. And then we also look to Dan Forjan to have strong performances, to really kind of step up on the performances that he had at the outdoor championship last year. I think we've had a very competitive, very challenging schedule this year. We went to our first indoor meet was at Roanoke College at their new indoor facility. So it gave us a chance to see some competition that we wouldn't necessarily see from a different part of the state. Also on our schedule this year, we had 2 meets at Christopher Newport, as well as an invitational hosted by the University of Maryland and George Mason's invitational. As
a team, my expectations are to kind of be better than last year. We have a much bigger team this year, so I'm looking forward to kind of the numbers aspect. My individual goals are to really maximize the strengths of my past races for the season. I feel pretty good. I've had a couple missteps, but I'm excited to really prove my worth at my last indoor championship. I'm definitely motivated as far as prepared. I wish my times were a little better going into it, but I'm excited to kind of get over that and hype myself up to actually perform well. definitely looking forward to kind of that final stride in indoor and getting ready for outdoor.
Our goals and expectations for the championship would be to score as many points as possible, overall team points, and we're hoping to have individuals and team relays improve their ECAC and national rankings. On the men's side, Josiah Owie will make contributions for us in the short sprints as well as jumps. Jalil Clayton will provide points for us in long sprints and high jump. We have freshman Alex White, who's going to be able to contribute in all jumps for us as well. Returner Vladimir Theophil will help us with long sprints relays. And we have a multi-eventer in Derek Young that will be kind of all over the place doing some nice things for us. And in the throws, we have Cameron Yan, who will help us out. Our season schedule was comprised of competition at the Division 1, 2, and 3 levels. We were able to stay local for most of our meets, but we did end up going out to the Ocean Breeze complex on Staten Island, where we got to see some different competition. Throughout the season, we were also able to see conference competition. So I think it has prepared us very well for the challenges and opportunities that we'll have down at Christopher Newport.
My goals and expectations for the upcoming championship. I want the 4x400 meter relay to qualify for ECACs, as well as beat everyone that's there. I think we have the ability to do so. So I want to go there and just kick everyone's butt. My favorite part about being a student athlete at Penn State Harrisburg has got to be just the interaction with my teammates in general. I know that if I wasn't a part of the team, I'm not sure I would have as many friends as I have currently. Yeah, I think that interacting with your teammates is what makes being a student athlete amazing, because you get to interact with them on the track, off the track, in the cafeteria, in stacks, out of stacks, the SEC, other places too. I think the interaction between the people on your team is really fun. I'm most looking forward to running the 400. Last year, I think I missed scoring by like 0.02 or something. So this year I'm looking to run the 400 again, and I guess get my rematch against some of these other upperclassmen, and definitely place for my team and score for my team as much as I can. Meets that I've gone to thus far have made me hungry for the championship meet. I missed I missed the ECAC standard by 0.03 at my last meet, so I'm very ready to go to this meet and not only qualify, but to use the competition, the level of competition we have at this meet, to not only qualify for ECACs, but to give myself a good standing when I go there, as well as score for my team as well.
Men's expectations that we have for the CAC championship is compete at a high level, as we always have. We have a great history in the conference as far as team, and we're looking to do the same. We've got to get a little bit healthy as we head into the championships over these next 2 weeks, and I think if we're healthy, we're going to compete at that high level. Some of the key performers for this year in the field events, we have Matthew Denijay, who had a great meet at the Vince Brown Invitational a few weeks ago. He broke our school record in the triple jump, and also was in the top 15 nationally. So he's going to compete in the triple jump as well as the high jump and the long jump. He's leading a couple of very strong freshman men. In the throws, we have Andrew Volts and Duncan Farron in the shot and the weight. Duncan was all conference last year in the weight, so we're expecting some big things out of him. Sprints and hurdles, Brian Holwell in the hurdles had a very good race last weekend at the Vince Brown Invitational. And then, of course, we have two All-Americans back from that national championship 4x4 team, Zach Smeltz and Eric Houghton. And they're going to be running the 400 and the relays and 200 as well. So we're excited what they can do and what they can accomplish in those events. And then finally, in the distance and middle distance events, Emmanuel's been running very well in the 8 and the mile. And then we've got just a nice group of long distance men. Connor Mastering had a PR in the 5,000 a few weeks ago. We have two good freshmen that have been running well, Michael Weber and also Branson Odor. He had a good 3K. They kind of battled it out there. So I'm excited what our men can do, and we're looking forward to the championship. As far as our schedule this year, the calendar was a little bit skewed because of our academic schedule. So we didn't have, we had an early season meet in December, and then had a couple meets preparing for the championship. So a little bit less of a schedule than we normally have, but I think it's going to allow us to be rested and ready to go when it counts.
First goal for as a team was just host that conference championship. That's bragging rights for the whole indoor year, so that'll be the most important goal for us. And personally, I just want to perform really well and just help my team score as many points as possible. Every day we've been training hard, taking care of any aches and pains. If you have any aches and pains, just take it to the trainers and they could get you right back out. And another thing was we've been just taking care of our bodies and just make sure we're all good to go, eating right, sleeping right, doing what you got to do on and off the field, on and off the track. So just make sure, most important thing is just taking care of your body and just doing what you got to do and just training hard. Our schedule has been very vigorous. We had a lot of good meets. The first meet we went to CNU, so that's a great facility. And also conferences is also at CNU, so we get used to that track. And we have, the following weekend, we went to George Mason, and that was a great meet too. There's a lot of D1, D2, D3 good competition. So overall, we go to meets that are really competitive. So it helps us get ready for conferences and nationals. Personally, I'm just looking forward to performing well overall as a team, and just the competition level and the atmosphere. Conferences is always a big meet, so I'm looking forward to performing well and moving and just being a conference champ in triple jump, long jump, and high jump, all the events I do. And just overall, I really want to see us win the conference title.
Men's track and field, Southern Virginia University. This will be our first year for NCAA membership for our track and field program. We've had track and field as a club organization, but we're excited now to be part of the CAC. So as we go to the CAC Indoor Championship meet, we hope to do more than just be there. We've got a couple of areas that we feel like we could compete for a top 5 spot. Derek Blasco is one of our throwers. His best event is the shot put, and we're hoping for a top 5 finish from him. And then collectively, we have a group of distance runners that in the distance medley relay, we hope that they can score in the top 5 as well. As far as other individual top 5 finishes, we're unsure. We just don't know at this point because currently we're not ranked in the top 5. We'll just see how much time and distance and scores we can advance here in the next week and a half. We're grateful for the opportunity to be part of this conference, and we hope that going forward we'll grow in numbers. We don't have a large team. We're at about 11 guys that'll be competing. The main goal is to have this be a springboard for both outdoor track and field 2017, and then of course for years to come from there. So we've had a good schedule. We've been here to Christopher Newport University earlier in the season. We've been over to Liberty University, and this weekend we'll see Roanoke College. And I think that those 3 meets have prepared us well.
The men's team is, sprint, very sprint-based team. A lot of our quality is in the sprints, in the hurdles. So our goal expectations are, we have some guys, we have some men ranked number 1 in their events, and we want them to win their events, and we want them to better their performances for the nationals. So we have some guys that are, as of right now, a few guys would be in nationally, but they need to lower their marks just so they can secure that spot to North Central. Well, we'll start with Greg Taylor. Greg Taylor is a senior. He's number 1 ranked in the 60 dash in the conference by a pretty large margin, and then he's also nationally top 12 in the 60-meter dash. I expect him to run better than he's ever run. He's been training well, and I also would expect him to do very well in the 200. Then, we still have Dejon Lowry is back for his senior season. He's been banged up. He just started to go full go this week after being out 2-3 weeks. So I don't really know what we're going to get out of him, but I know that the talent is there. I'm not concerned about that. Again, this is going to be his 4th championship, so he knows what to do. Roland, Otto O'Kine, hurdler, All-American hurdler for us. He'll do very well. He's working hard. Joe Crenshaw has done a really good job for us. He ran a very nice 200 last week at Ursinus. He's the kind of guy, he's very dangerous. He's great speed. He's definitely going to be a very good outdoor sprinter. Dominic McNulty, this guy was the top 400 runner in the conference 2 years ago. Last year he was out for 5 months with injury. He's back.
Basically, I've been training through every meet, so that basically prepared me for competing. Just to basically just fine-tune everything and get myself ready and prepared for a big meet. Just to improve my times in both the 60 and the 200. Building relationships with all my teammates and just meeting new people every day.
The championship meet has changed a lot this year. We're scoring the top 8 this year instead of the top 6, so I think that throws a curveball into all the coaches on how they look at who they want to enter and where they can score some points. Last year we were 4th as a team, and we're hoping with picking up a couple extra points in 7th and 8th places that we can move up to top 3 as a team this year.
My goal and expectation is to basically get as many points for the team as possible. Whether I'm running my best race or I run my worst race, I just want to get in a position so that the team is in a position so that we can come in 1st or 2nd in the conference. Team goal, I'd like to come in 2nd or even 1st. I know it might be a lofty goal, but I think with the personnel that we have, we can definitely do it this year.
Key performers this year, our entire pole vault squad, and then obviously Darius and Brian are leading the way there. They both cleared PRs for indoor, the first week back from Christmas break, so they're looking pretty strong, as well as Grant, who broke a school record in the 1,000 this year. And then Ricky, who came back to us this year, has looked good in the hurdles and sprints, as well as trying his hand in the triple and long jump.
The season hasn't gone as I expected it to, but I believe in my coaches and I believe in myself, and I believe that we're going to hit the goals that I had planned for myself at the beginning of the season. They want us to peak at conferences, and that's what I expect to do so that I can put myself in a position to score well for the team.
The schedule was good this year. We got to go to a couple new places. We went to F&M, who recently had their track redone, which is a beautiful track. We went to both days of the Bucknell meet this year, which we usually don't do. And then for the first time, we're taking the week before conferences off to kind of get everybody on fresh legs and have them ready for the conference meet. So I'm hoping it works out well.
I'm most looking forward to doing as best I can. And then competing with the people I call my teammates. I absolutely love my teammates. I love my school. And they make me want to do better for myself as well as for them. So I definitely just want to go out there, do as best I can, and have fun at the same time, because that's what the sport is all about, having fun with the people that make you happy.